to the live stream, to the daily live stream. I hope that you have enjoyed your weekend. Welcome, Arcane, Biliak, Felix, Camel Blue. Welcome, guys. Nice to see all of you. I hope that you had a nice weekend and a new start for this week. So we're gonna see what do we have for NASDAQ, SPX, Gold, Nvidia, and Palantir and Tesla, of course, plus your special request, FSL. What is that? FSLR. Okay, FSLR. Okay, we're gonna see what is that for Arcane. And the Global X MSCI Argentina. Right, Free Minds, nice to see you, buddy. How you doing? Um, First time on time, yeah. You're very welcome, man. All right, guys. So let's start. Let's move on with Nasdaq. We're gonna start with Nasdaq at the 13 minutes, and here we go. So what do we have is, of course, still our same scenario here. We are looking at 1, 2, right? A big wave 1, wave 2, and inside this wave 3 toward the upside, we have 3 waves or 3 or triple 1, 2s, meaning 3, 4, 5, 4 and a 5, 4 and a 5 again, of course, where your wave 5, of course, can be finished already there. Because we have already here something like kind of like double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe, and then 4 and a 5. The invalidation was not taken yet for this 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, okay? And we're still looking at kind of an impulse inside it. Now, what we would like to see is simply continuation for higher prices. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. I believe that this might be a little bit short wave 5. Maybe we take simply the high and we finish there, so be careful. Of course, by simply taking the high here, it might be that this wave 5 can be done and finished, okay? With this wave 5, by the way, you will finish your main wave 3, and that means the main wave 3, meaning, of course, a big wave 4 is looking for us, yeah? So we have a wave 2 kind of a flat, so be careful. The wave 4 that it's coming next might be very deep and sharp, because this is a regular flat here, okay? We don't have a zigzag. A zigzag would be somehow like that, guys, okay? This is a regular flat, and when you have a flat as for alternation, normally you would like to have sharp, deep zigzag, okay? And that means, of course, we might a little bit dive for lower, all right, in the next move. However, how much higher can we get still on the lower time frame? Well, I see a formation of double 1, 2, so it's a good signal. We have kind of like double 1, 2s here on the micro level, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, 4 and a 5. So we might take the high, of course, and we might start the drop, guys, okay? Because this is already kind of like finished 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, okay? So we might, Fabiano, have a good day too, man. Welcome. Can we add Apple later? Thank you. Yes, sure, man. Apple is very interesting. Maybe we added, yeah, we can just add it there. Okay, Apple. Very interesting. Okay. Okay. So basically, I'm still looking for higher today. All right. I'm still looking for higher. I see a formation of double 1, 2s, which is a good signal. I'm looking at least for the high. Now, whatever I get over the high, I'm not really so much interested, but you can count, of course, the structure. So you would like to see 4, 5, 4, 5 above this price potentially. Okay. But I mean, this becomes risky, guys. Yeah. So here we go. Yeah. So, Derek Chan, welcome, man. You're very welcome, bro. All right. So let's see the SPX. SPX. So we are at 17. Okay. All right. Okay. SPX. Now we know SPX is always a little bit behind from NASDAQ, a little bit slow, but we have the same scenario. Nothing is different. So we have a 1-2 here. You see the wave 2 is kind of like a running flat, WX and a Y, I would say, because yeah, it can be a running flat. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, by the way. You have an impulse finished, truncated, meaning running flat, and then wave 2. Wave 3 toward the upside is unfolding currently. Let's put this, by the way, in principal scenario as round. Okay, so this is the main wave 3. Now, basically, inside this wave 3, we have also 1-2, another 1-2. We have the formation of the main wave 3 internally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is your wave 3 here, and you got a wave 4, and a 5 already took the high. Therefore, you have to be careful. This can be already done and finished in an ending diagonal for a wave 5 here. Okay. However, I mean, it can be, of course, for a wave 5. Also, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This as an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only as potential. Yeah, it can be diagonal or it can be impulse. Actually, it's not taken. It's exactly at the price. So it's not, the wave 4 is not interfering with the zone 1 here, even with a wave 5. So very nice impulse as well, I would say. It is very close to be done and finished. On the 15-minute chart, there is still something higher unfolding. Okay, this is still looking corrective here. Okay, nothing is yet impulsive, therefore still correcting. Even if we see a little bit drop, it might move for higher. So meaning ABC kind of, and then continuation for higher prices. So this structure is not finished anyway, and as you can see, you have a small 1-2 here with one candle, yeah, in 15 minutes. Of course, if you want to see it on 5 minutes, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Potentially, this is a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So anyway, I'm still looking for higher, and this, yes, looks like an impulse. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toward the upside, meaning still looking for one more high for the SPX. And I think, yeah, this can be also 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, it's a leading diagonal. Why? Wave 4 interfering with the zone 1. Okay, not leading. Sorry, it's an ending diagonal for wave 5 in the white here. Okay, unless something very bullish, massive bullish, is gonna transform all of this to 1, 2, 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 toward the upside. Signal for this to get like double 1-2s is taking the 6079, meaning once the wave 5 in an ending diagonal reach the 1-to-1 fib level taken from the 3 to the 4, that means the wave 5 is longer than wave 4, which is not allowed. Once this happens, what does it mean? Are we bearish? Of course not. It's the opposite. It means we are more bullish. And once you take this, it means there is no diagonal, there is 1-2s here. 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5 toward the upside. Okay, so very bullish, I would say, can be potentially, but currently we're still looking for this zone, this area. Preferably, of course, the green box, which is the perfect fib levels for a wave 5, 6,018, 6,045. Breaking those towards the 6,079, meaning we are more bullish. We are in double 1-2 inside this wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Yeah, so very massive bullish. Cool. Yeah, so everything looks still looking for higher still on the US stock market. Let's see the gold. All right, the gold. All right, so the gold we are looking at. Yeah, so as we said yesterday, I made an analysis also for the gold yesterday for Sunday. I thought that it would be helpful once the markets open. You would be set and ready. So basically what we are looking at, you can see, of course, a 1, 2, 3 potentially because we broke the 1-to-1 fib level right now, overshooting it. But I would like to check exactly if we hit the 1.27 wave 3. Yes. Okay. We hit exactly the 1.27 as a wave 3, uncommon target for wave 3. But once you get it, you can say that this is a wave 3. Okay. And that means, of course, you are unfolding here potentially after wave 4. You're looking for wave 5 toward the downside. And don't forget as well, if we take a look on a bigger view a little bit on the 2-hour chart, you can see that the tops taken here with this line has just, of course, hit this line under it. It has tested, broke it a little bit, but moved up again. But it doesn't mean that it will rebound toward the upside. It might break it back again. It's just like knocking on the door and breaking it, guys. So I think that we're still looking for lower. And why? Because anyway, I don't see any impulse. Yeah, and this is how I kind of like know that okay, it will take the low again. It will break this line. It doesn't matter, because if you are impulsive, therefore I would say okay, it has retraced impulsively and looking for higher, but it retraced correctively. Okay, and this is impulsive right now. Okay, and that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna finish wave 5. Okay, and it's gonna be, of course, like a little bit tricky. Like okay, it's moving up again, but it's gonna be your wave 2. It's gonna move up again in 3 waves. And that's why not always that those trends works like 100% perfectly. You still need price action. You still need to analyze the price action, Elliott wave, and so on, guys. Yeah, so basically you might take wave 5, you might take wave A, B, and a C, faking out, thinking that, oh, we broke this line again, we're moving up, but you get 3 waves and then moving down. Why? Because you have finished impulse toward the downside as a wave 1. Here you have finished already A, B, and a C after 3 waves down. Also A, B, and a C. Meaning you finish wave A, you finish wave B. This impulse, which is going to unfold, is the wave 1. You're going to get wave 2 here, as I mentioned, fake out. Then 3, 4, and a 5 to hit 1-to-1 fib level taken from the A to the B to the C. 3,000 is the target. Very psychological, very logical. Yeah, reaching 3,500, next target is 3,000, especially for the gold. And would that be the end? Of course not. It's not the end of the correction in my point of view, of course. Now it can be okay, moving, taking all-time high again after 3 waves down. You might get 3 waves up for a wave B, expanding flat, and then moving down again for a wave C. Why moving down? Because I want to be a bear? Of course not. I don't trade gold again. It's just I'm doing Elliott wave. So basically, why? Because on the daily or on the all-time history again, I'm gonna remind you, since we are in the starting of the week, so it's good to remind you with it. Yes, in the all-time history, we are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This is the first scenario only. As you can see, this is a bullish scenario. Even in a bullish scenario on all-time history, you need some downtrend. Okay, it cannot move up without dumping a little bit, right? So you need a wave 4, blue zone, 0.23 at least. By the way, this is uncommon. The most common are 0.38, but it's very it's very far to say it right now. 1,200. So this is the last possibility, the lowest possibility. The highest possibility is an A, B, and a C. Okay, or 1, 2, 3 impulse, 4 and a 5, not diagonal impulse, meaning this wave 3 goes there, and then 4 and a 5. Okay, if that is a case scenario, Let's say a wave 3 or a wave C are unfolding. How a wave 3 and a wave C can unfold? Only in an impulse, where you have already an impulse for a wave 1 in the orange, you got the wave 2 in the orange, you got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 3 in the orange, and you're looking for the wave 4 as well in the orange. And that means minimum target for a wave 4 in an impulse is the 0.23 Fibonacci, which is 2,586. Therefore, would the 3,000 be enough? Definitely not. Okay? Definitely not. It is only the first wave of the correction. All of it. All what you see inside it here with the big three waves as a wave A for the 3,000 is only a wave A. Meaning we might, yes, get a wave B taking all-time high as an expanding flat and then moving down again for a wave C to hit the 0.23. Very simple. You can see it already in the impulse itself in this wave 4. So don't put it like very far scenario. Here we go. The same can repeat, guys. In the impulse, during the impulse, look at your wave 2. So you definitely need a big wave 4, especially that you are looking, guys, you have to be careful. You are looking for this wave 2, which is the reflection of your wave 4 here. Meaning, timing wave 4 over wave 2, you would like to hit this even still very early. Look how much early is still. Okay, we still very early time to even finish the correction. Starting from January. Okay, January, it might of course bring us down there. But this is the 0.618. It's not perfection. The perfection is 1-to-1 at least, meaning you would like to see the wave 4 timing the same as the wave 2, which is exactly, of course, September 10. September 10, yes, almost. Let me check again. Okay. Is that true? 2020 now? Okay, but that's crazy. That means, of course, on the weekly, yeah, I mean, we are on the weekly here, that's why. Okay, so the gold, guys, might take a lot of time to get there, okay? And that's why, of course, we are looking for something like still just gonna unfold over there, guys. Yeah, somehow like this. The gold is not gonna just simply move down very volatile, I think. It's gonna take it a while, to get this area. Years we're talking. Yeah, I mean, this is also years. This wave 2, for example, which is of course reflecting this wave 4, it has started in August 2011 and it has finished in 2015. We are on the all-time history, guys. So the gold 3,500, I think it's gonna hold this for years, guys. Okay, so it's gonna hold there this high for years and then moving toward the upside. Okay, I think this until 2028, 29. I'm sorry, guys, it sounds a little bit maybe disappointing for you, but this is the reality. Okay, this is how the charts work, and I believe that this has already started. Why? Because internally we finished the structure 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. Okay, inside this wave 5 you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 finished, and you start the correction. Okay, guys, so basically this is what I would like to mention. Be careful, we might of course have the 2000 now. Currently, of course, I mean, we cannot just like simply say, okay, I'm gonna wait for years, I'm gonna sell there. That's a very long-term strategy, right? I mean, if you sell from there and you leave it for years until you get to 2000, that's okay. But if we are of course on the micro levels, we would like to see, of course, one more move toward the downside currently. So 3 ways down, probably we take all-time high, but I doubt it a little bit, but maybe, okay, nobody knows. It can be, of course, shorter wave B as regular flat, ABC, but it can be an expanding flat. But if this happens and we reach the 2,800, which is the target, yeah, we have to be careful. That means it might move for lower, okay? So, yeah, preferably as we saw on the daily, preferably that we range maybe somehow like this before dropping directly for the target. Because dropping directly for the target before the time, that means we might even reach lower, okay? We might even go to the second target, which is 0.38 here. This one, which is 2,180. Okay, so you don't want to see it like directly taking the target, because you would like to take the target at this time here, unless 3 ways up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, taking the second fib level in an impulse, almost very close to the timing. All right, that was it for the gold, guys. So yeah, trade safe, of course, and yeah, we're gonna walk with it step by step anyway, inside, of course, the lower time frame, and it tells us, of course, some answers, what's gonna happen. But currently, this is what it shows. If something else will unfold internally, of course, I will make sure to tell you guys. All right. That was for the gold. I think we started at 20 minutes or 21 minutes. All right, let's take a look at Nvidia at 33. Whoa, the gold took a lot of time, but anyway, you love it. Most of the channel loves the gold, so here we go. All right, for the Nvidia, let's move to the 2-hour chart. Yes. All right. So basically, yeah, basically we are looking for a finished wave 5 here, potentially in the yellow scenario, wave 5. Why? Because we took the high. Very simple. We took the high with 5 wave structure finished, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, so there is an impulse finished, taking the high, meaning, okay, I can say, yeah, this wave is done, and we're moving for the next wave, which is wave 4 in the orange scenario. In the orange scenario, which is of course your 1, 2 here, wave 3, wave 4, and a 5, okay, as an impulse. You would like to see the wave 4. Let's check again, of course, the fib levels. Yes, they are the right one. By the way, let me go to the extended timing. Oh, here we go. Yeah, sorry guys, to show the extended trading time. So as you can see, okay, we see some higher prices. That's nice. Are they impulsive, or yeah, it's a very obvious impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that means 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Yes, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Very deep. It's very normal. And a 5, meaning this wave 5 is still unfolding. Well, it's not gonna go very far, guys. Yeah, it's not so far, but it can be interesting. Yeah, so it might be a 1, 2, but yeah, this is a wave 4, typical wave 4, meaning your 1, 2 is there. You see it? This is a wave 1, 2 here. Okay, very shallow one. 1, 2, 3. I think this is a wave 3. This is your wave 4, sideways triangle, very typical for wave 4, by the way. And then moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay, basically, you just want to take the high, guys. Very simple. Okay, it's not going so far. This is what I mean. It's not going very, very far, I believe. We're going to take the high and then moving back again, of course, for this wave 4 in the orange. Okay, so that means this, of course, has to be readjusted where we top, okay, but basically it might be somewhere here, okay, and that means Nvidia might go down back again and get some power, and then moving for higher later on for a wave 5 in the orange to finish a wave 3, and yeah, continuation simply to the trend. So I still see, of course, a very high potential for higher prices, guys. Today, we should take the high again. And then, of course, dropping back down for this area. Timing for this wave 4 coming next, guys. This to be reanalyzed, of course, because we need the high, yeah, to know exactly what is gonna happen. Arcane NIO. I think you already asked for one, bro. But we're gonna see it very fast. But we don't have so much time today. Just curious, why don't you trade gold? Yes, very nice question. And my friends also ask me this, why I don't trade gold anymore. Because I hate MetaTrader. Very simple. I cannot trade with MetaTrader anymore after dealing with a crypto platform. Yeah. Plus, I realized that it's more risky than crypto. Forex and gold is more risky than crypto. You are very limited with your entries. You don't have a wide range of strategies that you can do the same as crypto. For example, in crypto, you can rise and lower your margin. For example, rather than making entries, if you already entered a trade, you can simply put your liquidation very far. For example, by raising your margin. You can also adjust your entry levels in crypto. If you add more, for example, if you enter a sell, let's say, and the price just go high, you can enter another sell. The entry point goes higher, meaning closer to the current price action. While in Forex and gold, you cannot do this. So you are limited. It means like once you enter in Forex on MetaTrader, you have to make sure that the trade is a win. Otherwise, you have to put your stop loss and losing everything. Which is same for the crypto, maybe. It depends on your strategy. But for my strategies, it's a little bit different. It's more complicated. I just make a lot of calculation and so on. Yeah. So, yeah. So that's why, man. It's just I love crypto. Now, stock market is a little bit different than gold. It's in stock market, I just buy it from directly from my bank. Okay, that's how I do it, and it's a long-term strategy. That's why, yeah. So I just buy it from my bank. It's an app where you can just invest with stock markets directly from your bank. You don't have to make transfers and so on, and just simply go to the stock market, invest, and you can sell at any time as well. So that's that, even with less fees, honestly. So that is the thing. That's why. All right. So yeah, the thing is just thinking wisely where I should invest my money. That's the thing. Where the less risk is much higher potential for win. So why I should not do it. So let's go for Palantir, 40-minute. Okay, so Palantir. Yeah. So for Palantir, we have, of course, we have a very sideways range, if you remember. And we are in a potential triangle, A, B, this one, A, B, C, D, and a E. Well, I don't like it so much, this wave C, unless the wave C unfolds even longer. And that means you get one more drop here for a wave C, and D and a E. Yeah. So we're gonna see this. Yes, very possible. I'm gonna set this maybe for somehow like this. Okay, unless we are bullish, but I don't see yet the sign that we are continuing for higher in double 1-2, even another 1-2 here. This wave 2 is very long in time, which is very low possibility based on the wave 1. This is a very long wave 2, but still can be, of course. And the time is never been a rule or invalidation. It's a guideline, therefore it still can unfold something. Okay, but What you would like to see today is simply moving toward the upside. If this doesn't happen today, meaning we are whether sideways corrective or bearish. Not bearish, I would say, like very corrective downward. Yeah, meaning it can be that you are in 3 ways down, 3 ways up, corrective something, corrective very complex, W, X, and a Y or something like this, and then moving down for a wave C, okay? Meaning A, B, and a C. It doesn't matter what is going on anymore. It looks like already very complex and kind of corrective, turning to be corrective. And if this happens, meaning if we don't get higher today, that means, of course, it's turning corrective, and you might drop for a wave C. Very simple, okay? A, B, and a C, and then boom, explosion, of course. Right. So if we dive deeper inside it, here we go. So yeah, this looks like an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. That's a good sign. And even, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This is very corrective, still looking for higher. Okay, yeah, so that's good. That is a good signal. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Obviously, this is very corrective, and it looks like ABC, and potentially it might simply continue for higher, guys. This can be your wave 1, 2, again, 3, 4, 5. So if this continues, so it's a good signal. Yeah, this is what you would like to see. I mean, it's a long correction here. I mean, it's time, right? It is time. So if you are in a wave 1, 2, it should unfold very massively toward the upside. So signal that we are bullish, simply, I know that sounds like, okay, but you took the high, definitely we are. Yeah, okay. There is no other way to say 100% you are bullish until you take this high. Which is, of course, confirmation for higher. Okay, why? Because if we are in a A, B, C, D, the wave D is not allowed to take the high as per rule. Once the rules are broken for a triangle, then okay, there is no other option, there is no other scenario rather than being bullish. Okay, target is the blue zone. All right. So that is for Palantir. If we don't, if we still range under this level, which is, let's put the price for you, $135. If you still under it, the potential of moving down is still, of course, high. Unless it finish in A, B, C, D, and E. Don't forget the wave E finishes towards the downside, meaning once you finish the wave E, the reversal is coming after it, okay? But that will be kind of like, therefore, considered, if this happened as a triangle, this is very characteristic of a wave 4. And that means I will read this, therefore, as 1, 2, 3, 4 as triangle, and then wave 5. This is how I'm gonna read it. Yeah, if we get a triangle. Okay, I know it's a very long wave 4 based on the wave 2. It is very shallow. Again, the time is not a rule. It's not an invalidation. Sometimes it happens. I don't know why. Psychologically, it can, of course, affect the market. But yeah. Yeah, so basically, whether we break this, we are bullish. If you range under it, definitely we're going to still in a corrective area. If you break this, by the way, let me put the bearish. Confirmation for lower. So here is the opposite. If you break down and you take the wave C, well, probably that the wave C is extending, or it's gonna, of course, continue for lower. Very simple. Next box is this one as a wave 2 or a wave B, of course. Yeah, it can be a wave B, don't forget. All right, guys, that was for Palantir. Okay. Next one, which is Tesla. Let's see what Elon Musk is doing. Right. Okay, let me just organize the things before we leave Palantir. Here we go. Okay, Tesla. Oh, the poor Elon Musk. So we have a very massive drop. Obviously, this is an impulse, guys, towards the downside. Okay, let me just put the, here we go. All right, this is our count on the lower time frame. Okay, so as I mentioned before, be careful from a W, X, and a Y for a wave C or potentially even ABC finished here. So you have, because we have 3 ways up, 3 ways down, and then followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meaning you might be also in a potential regular flat for a wave W, X, and even a wave Y finished as a zigzag already there. Yeah, so this wave Y can be also finished already there. Okay. After that, you start to move impulsively towards the downside. Okay. Once we moved towards the downside impulsively like this, well, that gives you the market direction. Okay. And we're moving for lower, definitely. We're looking for a wave 5 currently. The wave 5 target can be around this area. So wave 5, here we go. Next blue zone then is between 258 and 248. Okay. Yeah, it's not looking good. Why? Because I'm gonna show you what does it mean on bigger, out of the box. Okay, let's go out of the box. Out of the box, we are looking first. Let's even go on the 4 days. We are looking at A, B, and a C zigzag. Why? You have hit only the 1-to-1 fib level as an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave A, wave B, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 only hit the 1-to-1 fib level, meaning definitely it is a simple zigzag, ABC. You start corrective, a chart on the all-time history, you continue corrective forever. Okay? And that means ABC expanding flat here potentially have, and of course zigzag for the wave X, and you're looking here for a wave Y or for an impulse, because it can be simply 3 ways down, 3 ways up as a regular flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So not regular flat even, sorry, expanding flat. Wave B is higher. Wave B is higher than A, than the start of the A. Meaning expanding a flat wave C might be, of course, let me check, expanding flat, those are the right targets. Yes. Okay, taken from the right price. So 1.38, 1.618, $70, $50, very even psychological numbers. I don't know why, but it might be the reason as well. A, B, and a C expanding flat, finishing wave B here, and moving toward the upside. Okay, later on. It is cooked. Yeah, he's cooked. He's well cooked. And I hope that it doesn't become true what we're hearing. Yeah, to get deported from US, that's crazy. That's crazy. Hopeful. I don't, of course, I mean, I don't see it, but yeah, nobody knows. We are in a crazy world currently. So yeah, so that is why. This is a bigger overview. Now, okay, let's not be so bearish. Let's see the sideways. What if we are in a triangle, A, B, C, D, E, meaning you would like to finish a wave Y here in W, X, and a Y, okay? A, B, C, D, and A, okay? Triangle. Currently for bullish, it's not good. Okay, there is no bullish signal on the lower time frame because you are impulsive here, meaning you continue the trend downward. You are already in an impulse and you're continuing it. Yeah, unfortunately, also I cannot be so sad for Elon Musk. I mean, at the end, all what he did was by his own will. Okay, once he entered the White House, this was not good for him. Honestly, I would say it was preferably that he stick with his own business. That is much better. All right, that was for Tesla. So yeah, Apple. Let's see Apple. All right, Apple. Also Apple. Oh my God. I don't know. Apple is, of course, having some difficulties with Donald Trump as well. So, yeah, I don't know how they're gonna solve, or if it was solved or not. I didn't research yet. Let me know if you know anything about this. If they solved the problem with the 25% tariff in the US for their sellings, if it is even like this thing is working for real or not. I think the people from the US can help us much more to get the news faster. All right. So basically, on Apple, we are on the all-time history. We are in triple 1-2s, right? And we have 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. So triple 1-2s even inside your wave 3, which is of course the orange one, and then 1-2-3, 4-5, 4-5, 4-5, because you have triple 1-2s, right? So inside the wave 3, why I cannot count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, just one wave, meaning wave 1, 2. Look what a wave 2 you get. If this was your wave 1, your wave 2 should be like this, okay? Then 3, 4, 5. You don't have this, therefore this is triple 1-2s, okay? And then moving for wave 3, 4 and a 5, 4 and a 5, until of course you finish your wave 3. Okay. On the 2 hours chart, if we are right now inside this area, which is potentially should be finished as a correction here, wave Y, right? Because we are probably in WX and a Y, unless the things are getting harder for Apple, and I see it actually on the chart. The wave Y might be a bigger zigzag, A, B, and a C. And I see it for Apple, kind of like it's gonna follow Tesla a little bit. Not so bad like Tesla, but it's kind of, don't forget that they are also in a position, how to say, it's, yeah, you know, it's an opposition, right, for Donald Trump, tariffs and so on. So when the company is in opposition, this is what it gets, right? And also the Tesla is the same, unfortunately. And we see here an impulse. So let's dive deeper inside it, guys. Yeah, definitely it is an impulse. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave 3. Wave 4 given. Wave 5, this is definitely an impulse internally. And you have your 1, 2, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And that is bad for Tesla, for Apple. Okay. Now we were counting this as potential leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I already mentioned that this doesn't look really aggressive, especially the wave 5 didn't took the high. If we take this line, you did not reach the high. What does it mean? In case you are in a leading diagonal, wave 5 is truncated. Truncation meaning you finish the wave 5 as it should be structurally, very, very nicely structurally, like impulse or a zigzag, how it should be, but you fail to take the high. This is called truncation. What does it mean? Weakness, okay, problem, and reversal. And this is what we got. Okay, meaning this is not working as a wave 1 anymore. This is taken right now, can be taken even, well, I cannot take it A, B, and a C, a D, and a E. C is not allowed to be, okay. Yeah, so you have to take it as W, X, and a Y. The wave Y is a zigzag. So here we go. W, X, wave Y is a zigzag. I cannot take a triangle because the wave C took the high, which is not allowed as a triangle. Okay, meaning we have to change the things here. Okay, and that is an impulse here. Yeah, unfortunately, the things are not nice for this for Apple guys also. Let me know, guys, in the chat box if the things are getting better or worse for what's going on with Apple tariffs. If you know anything. So we have a 1. Yeah, probably wave 2. This is an impulse A, B, and a C. You're still looking a little bit higher. 3, 4, 5. Here we go. Yeah. So if you are in a wave 2 here, you would like to see a zigzag. Here we go. Zigzag. Yeah. So probably you might still go a little bit higher, but be careful, you might be in a wave 2 and then dumping down again for a wave Y here. Yeah, be careful, guys, with Apple. But I think it's gonna move up again, guys. It's just temporarily, just temporarily. I mean, on the all-time history, Apple is a giant. Okay, nothing can destroy it so easily. And the whole thing is a W, X, and a Y, and that means, of course, corrective. It's different than Tesla, at least. Okay, so Tesla, okay, it looks also like it's gonna dump correctively and then moving higher later on, but it's gonna dump very massively. I mean, Apple from 200 to potentially 150, okay, it's 25%, but then of course it's gonna come back. Yeah, so that is no, I'm not afraid on Apple, honestly. They are a giant. Well, how they can destroy such a thing, right? So that was it for Apple. All right, so Apple still potentially corrective, but yeah, it's gonna come back sooner or later, guys. All right, let's see your special request, guys. FSLR, what is that? First solar. Okay. All right. I mean, not bad chart. It's fine, but it can be, of course, an ABC, right? So A, a B, and a C as an expanding flat, right? Because the wave B took the low. I don't know why. But it can be also that the market found psychology here, new project, new psychology, new, I don't know, new management, nobody knows. And then moving toward the upside, okay? Meaning right now, you are in several 1-2s, okay? Let's start with the smallest one. Now that looks like a leading diagonal. Okay, but this currently can be a 1-2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as great. Okay, so you have already is this leading diagonal, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which it can be 1, 2. And after you have definitely this is an impulse, another 1, 2. 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. This is your white. And finally, you have a bigger 1, 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So obviously, this company is launching for higher. Round yellow. Here we go. Okay. And of course, this is a blue zone, meaning potentially new psychology started for this area. Again, based on something real, management, new project, etc. And then you start to move toward the upside, okay? Basically, you have a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Your target for the first wave 1, 2 here is the following. go. Wave 3 as an impulse. Okay. Very high, probably. Currently you are at 166. Okay. If you want to not take it logarithmic and be on the linear, you can start with the $560, okay, as a target. If you want to keep it linear, okay. So next target is around this area, okay. Yeah. Now logarithmic, it can be, of course, for higher, but we need time to start to go logarithmic with this chart. It looks like it's a new, almost a fresh one, more than the other stocks, right? So this is wave 3, wave 4, okay, and wave 5 later on. Yeah, so target is 560, I would say. As bearish, let me check if we have, well, you invalidated. There is no bearish, guys. You took a, let's say this is 1 2 1 2 3, wave 4 invalidated the impulse, meaning you finished correction here. ABC, you're moving for higher. Okay, nice one, not bad. Okay, that was at 1 hour. Okay, guys, we have to go. So let's see global MSCI. Argentina, I don't know how to find it, but I think this one, yes. Okay. Okay, that's very bullish. So we have 1 2 1 1 2 again, 1 2 again, 3 4 5. Okay. All right. So this is your, or it can be 1 2 3 4 and a 5. This is not. No, I think this is double 1 2. Okay. It can be, of course, but yeah, 3 4 and a 5. Mini gray. And we have another 1 2 here, probably 3 4 and a 5. All right, here we go. And you still have even one more bigger. So 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and one final here. Okay, no, this one cannot be considered. This is also the same as before. Something new happened here. Okay, because this is a low. It took the low. Yeah, meaning right now you're looking for a wave 4. Basically, you're moving down right now. Okay, it moves down, so potentially wave 4 as an impulse. You're looking for this area. Okay, and as per timing, time-wise, I would say let's take it as an ABC expanding flat. So here we go. Here we go. You would like to hit between this perfection on the green line. So the middle of the box is preferable, which is August 2025. So 18 August. Yeah, if you want to dive inside it, you can see it on the lower time frame. Obviously, it is kind of like, yeah, impulsive. This can be impulsive, yes. You finished wave 1, 2, 3, 4, did not take the wave 1 yet, and you're moving for lower. To take the 0.38, 0.23 as a wave A, and that means, of course, A, B, and a C. Okay, which is your target $73. All right, guys, so that was it for today for the NASDAQ and the SPX and all the stocks market and your special request. I wish you to have a nice trading day, and thank you for being here. Don't forget to support with a like and subscribe if you didn't yet. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.